Dang it. Forgot to put the mastic tape, the beetle mastic tape under there. Dang it. Well, we've done tons of problem solving this morning. Kind of expected. We really didn't get as far yesterday as we wanted to. So, with Alyssa's help and Anna's help, we're slowly inching towards a solution to get the roofing up. It's become obvious that that alone is really the big bottleneck. The hemming, the offset cleat, all that seems pretty straightforward. So off we go, working out our plan.
Most of the afternoon has passed, and now I think we're ready to carry our very first panels over to our contraption, and then we're prepared to go up the roof. Here goes nothing. So are we wanting to go up with just these two?
Yeah.
And test it out?
I think if we can get through two, man oh man, that's gonna help the old confidence.
Yep.
The confidence meter is currently somewhere in Death Valley.
Yeah.
People on social media said you're in over your head, just hire a roofer.
And we are very much in over our head, and we're choosing to do it ourselves.
That's what they said about the earthwork, the foundation, the ICFs, the slab, the floor, the timber frame, and the SIPs. So let's just cut to the chase. We're in over our head on this whole entire house.
But it's getting built.
We're getting there.
It's getting built.
Do you want it fast or do you want it done by us?
Tension is thick today, guys. Like, you could cut it with a knife, but that's part of building. So basically, as we're going up, we have to watch really hard so that our contraption doesn't hit the house, our contraption doesn't hit the hot tub deck, and we got to do a little bit of wiggling up, down, up, or up, out to get out. We have to go out too far. We have to go up, clear the roof, and then Anna will boom us back in to get over the roof.
Where are you on the boom? O? That's all you get is O. So I don't know if this is going to work or not, but from here we should be able to get one panel on the roof. We need to hem it up on the roof, get it onto the offset cleat, and then we'll need to fasten it at the top of the roof under where the ridge cap goes. Then the panel's not going anywhere. Then we can work on drilling the holes in the side flange and fastening it to the roof. You want to be precise with those screws. They need to kind of go in the middle of a big hole. That way the panel can stretch under heat. And so we have to take our time doing that. We can't just punch a hole and stick it in there because it'll oil can. Guaranteed, 30 feet of roofing oil can. So why don't we try that? Basically, you can climb the ladder from here.
Am I gonna have a rope or something to pull the panel up?
No, just basically take it with you up the ladder. And I'll be down here helping you.
Okay.
I'll be pushing, you can be pulling. Once we get it onto the roof, I should be able to hold it while you get up on the ridge. Then you can hold it on the ridge while I hem. And then I'll hold it while you put the panel on the roof.
Are we taking the plastic off or doing it over the top?
Are you referring to the protection plastic?
No, I'm talking about the ridge plastic.
Oh, take it off when you get up there.
Okay.
Or just tuck it underneath if you can. If you can't, then we'll have to take it off, but it'd be nice to leave it there.
So before we do anything, we actually have to fix this offset cleat. Jesse installed this on his own and he said it's very challenging. So what it actually did, it needs to be 3/4 of an inch above this yellow string here, and on one end it's 1/2 inch, and on the other end it's like quite a bit over an inch. It just kind of started climbing on him. So it's really a 2-person job, so we're gonna try to get this where it needs to be first.
This butyl tape has some tackiness to it, but I wouldn't call it adhesive. Like, it's sticky, but doesn't...
It's like putty.
It's
so
like putty.
Can I start undoing mine?
Yep. That's good. So it's 3/4 of an inch right here already.
Oh, gotcha.
So all we need to do is pivot it on this one screw and we're done. When I first put this butyl tape on, it kind of felt like putty, kind of like plumber's putty with some stickiness to it. And I was like, oh, I'll be able to move that. And then now that it's sat in the sun for probably 2 hours, it's stuck. It's not going anywhere. We're gonna end up ripping the membrane off. I guess that's good. I guess that means it's watertight. So the good news is it's watertight. The bad news is it's not straight. But I guess we'll just try to do better in the future. The thing that got me earlier was the metal part. Kind of swung down the roof and got hooked underneath there. Anna, can you see my hand right here? This is where I'm going to give you directions, because I can't go over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Should have been a wide receiver in the NFL. Let's see if Alyssa can catch him from here. You guys ready? Oh, that was a bad throw. Not bad catch though. Pretty good catch. I think those gloves said Miracle Grow on them. Clearly well suited for roofing. Guys, we're on glove pair number 4 for Alyssa. Apparently we're just gonna wrap her gloves in duct tape. Call it a day. Okay, Anna, we're good. So I'm gonna come down till we match the roof pitch, and then we'll move the panel up, and then I'll need to come right back up to help Alyssa. Okay, so I need you to take the weight for the panel. Can you hold that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, gloves gotta go. Can't feel anything. You okay?
Yep.
Say if you need to set it down.
Okay.
Yeah, this sucks up here.
Yep, this sucks for me too. But you need to come up.
Okay, will do. You can do such better work on the ground.
Pretty good. Looking forward to that sun dipping behind the trees.
Okay, I'm gonna have you take the pressure off,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hem the panel.
Okay.
Okay, so have you pull up. Okay, that's plenty, way too much. About there's good. Okay, let's probably take a break. So come down. I think she'll stay there. So I need to put a bead of sealant in the hem, and then we'll slide the panel onto the hem, and then I'll hold it, and we'll kind of try to check it for square. And then once we get it pretty square, I'll have you put a screw in. That'll kind of hold the panel from falling down. And then we can maybe come down and check it for square again before we put another screw in, something like that. And let's not put the screw in super tight. That way there's room for the panel to move a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have you take the panel.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
Okay, I'm taking the cleat off. I can't see in there for my life, so. Wow. So much fun. Coming down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Okay.
Probably 2 to 3 inches from the top.
It's okay. Not there yet. Okay. And going up. What's going on? Hemmed it too much. Ah. Okay, up, up, up. Up, up, up. Good, good, good. Okay, and you need to go out a bunch. Stop. So we need to go out. Oh.
I just can't really hold it out.
You're fine, hold on. We need to go up a bunch. You're fine, hold on. Just hold on. Can you go left or away from you? Hold on. It's pretty good right there.
See? Are you able to hold it?
Yep, got it. There we go.
Okay, do you want to raise
Yep,
here?
yep. Still good.
See?
We're like a ½ inch from the edge of the roof, or maybe or so. Do we care? We talked about holding it off 7/8 of an inch. We're a half,
Right.
so that's tolerable. You'll have to drill first, then screw. Good, perfect. We need to check it for square. So let me do a small square. It's right on the money. So it was square to a 6, 8, 10 triangle?
That's what she says.
Perfect. Man, it doesn't get better than that.
I don't know, I'm not saying it's perfect, but
We were not even off by a 64th. Like we were exactly 10,
Wow.
10 feet on the dot for 6, 8,
I
10.
think, do you agree that there's a very slim chance we've completed the hardest part of the roofing, which was figuring out
I
the
think
roofing up here?
this was the hardest
We
part.
got a panel up successfully, we've squared our first panel. What could
Yep.
go wrong?
Yeah, now it's just drill and put screws in. The only thing that we have to pay attention to is just making sure it's square to the eave. That's it, and just take our time with that. You know, but
Yeah.
this panel is the most critical panel
Right.
because you can't really square any of the other panels. I don't know why they're like, oh, just keep an eye on it across the roof. It's not like this stuff locks together or anything. So it's not like you don't have a choice. Your first panel has to be perfect.
Right.
You know, and I guess keep an eye on the panels going across the roof just to make sure they don't get out of square. But if they do, what are you going to do about it? Like, you don't have a choice.
So we learned so far is that hemming, it's probably, we're gonna try doing it on the ground again.
Yep.
We did not hem these 2 panels, so
Yep.
it's actually very tiring for me up there holding the panel. Like
It's
I can
very
do
bad.
It,
Yep.
but to do it across the whole roof, oh hell no.
Yeah.
And then this is really well balanced, so it looks
Yep.
really scary right now, but like let it go.
Yeah.
Like it's just barely resting on my head, so
Yeah. It's not crazy.
so it's okay. Like it looks really precarious, but
Yeah.
it feels good. So I think it's been worth the investment. 2 days of our time.
Yeah.
To try to 2 trips to the hardware store to try to find a system to do this. So
Yep.
I think a couple hours of daylight left. It'd be awesome to get this panel on and then maybe a couple more.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think we should rest up because I think we're like these days are hard mentally.
Right.
And if we
Yep.
can just rest up, I think we can hit the ground running tomorrow. That's the important part.
I
So
agree.
we'll see. Let's get this done, get on the ground, and then maybe our adrenaline will wear off, and then we'll just want to eat like lots of calories and just sit around and look at each other or something. I don't know.
Sounds good.
So to get this panel on, what do we need to do?
We're gonna have to rotate it.
Yeah, so this panel has to flip over. I say get it on the roof, then flip it
Will you
over.
try?
Yep. So if you want to go above this panel,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to drink water or whatever first, then we'll go above this panel. Almost forgot I need to hem this panel here before it dries on us.
Found a method and did it.
Yep. So a couple of things new on this panel. I need to run adhesive down this male rib before we clip the panels together.
The whole way up, right?
Nope, just up from the bottom, like maybe a foot. It says 6 inches, let's go a foot. And that's just in case you get any ice buildup on the edge. But with the standing seam, hidden hardware on the eave, good luck. Ha! Oh gosh, you're so right. We forgot to put screws in the nailing flange.
See,
man.
That's why it's good to have me around. Like, I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but every once in a while I say the obvious.
So, what we need to do is drill holes, and this every 24 inches is what the rating is for our area based on the company's detail, every 24 inches. I don't have any problem with going like every 12 on the prevailing side because we get so much wind on this side. Why not just have a little extra? So what I can do is run a tape up there, and you can just make marks every 12 inches, and then we can just go back and drill them, and then we'll put screws in, and these will be the pancake head truss screws. And then the screw needs to go in the middle of the hole. Super important. That way the panel has room to move in its length. So it's hemmed on the bottom, and it will be screwed down firmly at the top. Now that it's good, go ahead and screw it down.
Okay.
Like tighten it down. And then that'll hold the panel on, and then the hem can move back and forth like this on the roof, as long as the screws allow it to move. I opened the gate so that ye shall pass. I told you this is going to become a bugaboo ramp.
Oh my god.
And then he has to raise it so nobody else can come in. Looking good. I think if these are pre-drilled tomorrow and pre-hemmed,
that'd be a lot easier.
lot less work. Basically, get it up.
Anna to work.
Get it up, get it squared. I know. Get our money out. Get our strawberry shakes worth out of Anna. So the contraption, which we continue to affectionately call it, is working. We're able to get the panels to match the roof pitch. I think we've achieved something really big today. It feels big. I mean, when was the last time we spent 2 days trying to figure out how to do the first thing of something? I mean, I don't know. It really starts to get heavy in your mind. Thankfully, the weather is a little bit cooler, but the sun's out, so that's kind of a sucky deal. But we're gonna knock this panel out, get it fastened. We're actually gonna call the manufacturer in the morning because we were under the impression that these panels would have a slot in them for fastening to the roof. That way the panel can grow and shrink, and there's no slot. So we're drilling, we're over drilling, and then placing the screw in the middle of the hole. We just want to be sure that's sufficient because a panel this long, I think, can grow up to 1/4 inch in its length, something like that. So we want to call them in the morning. That's just a good thing. But we've kind of worked out the bugs in the system. Anna will have her hands full tomorrow, keeping us moving up and down and prepping panels. And Alyssa and I will be up here gorilla-ing on thine roof. Screw time?
Yep.
Your favorite thing? This house doesn't have enough screws in it. We should put a few more. I think if we put some sort of like little kickstand on this tomorrow, that'll hold this up. Neither of us has to work with it, but it also won't be floppy in case it's windy.
This is a small little thing we could do, right?
Yeah, and that way we can control it up here. Time to go back to solid ground.
Yeah, I think we decided to finish screwing this in the morning because it's looking like there's only like a 30-second on each side of the hole, so we figure why risk doing double work? We're not going to get really far ahead by just putting them in tonight. As always, we've come a really far way for our first day and learned a lot, and I think we're ready to make pretty good progress tomorrow.
I think we want to feel good before we move on to another panel because we can't just remove the panel. They clip together, and removing a panel would be a nightmare. So
yeah, and there's really no reason, you know. Sunset a while ago, and had a good day.
Quit while we're ahead, eh? Down we go. Put our roofing to bed.
Right?
Stop.
Watch out, everybody.
Definitely needs more grease.
The grease, right, grease. Needs more grease, she says.
What I would say is, you better be glad we don't grease it, because if we grease it and you do it, then there's no excuses. But for now, we'll blame it on the grease. That makes sense. Why not? Look at all these bugs.
Oh, there's so many.
There's like billions of them. They're like in my face and on my face and on the roof. Should we go look at our roof from the ground?
Yeah. There you have it, guys. Just a tiny little sampling of what our roofing is going to look like.
How's it look?
Looks great.
I'll come look. Hold on. Property's just full of views, like the garden, view of the garden from the house from the garden.
We have our whole life to admire all the angles.
What?
It looks a lot smaller than like putting the first, you know, row of membrane up.
Stuff's really narrow.
But yeah, it's only 16 inches, guys.
Yeah.
So if you're curious, it's 35 panels or so to the end of the roof.
35 times we have to do that.
Wow.
Wonder why we don't want to walk them all across the roof, huh?
It looks good though.
Yeah.
Gray's a little lighter, I think, than what I had in mind. But
it is. I was thinking a little darker when they said charcoal. That kind of looks like light gray. I don't know. But it looks good, I think.
Yeah.
If you put a light gray next to it, I think it'll darken it up a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I think we're at this point we're thinking we're going to do metal siding because we want something that's completely maintenance free to our understanding.
It doesn't burn.
And we're thinking we want to go with the same, I think, hue, or I took color theory, I don't remember the word for it. Yep. But like the same shade as the gray, just a lighter color, which the company we went with for the roofing has siding too, in the same color family. So that's kind of what we're thinking. We're kind of debating we wanted natural color, so we were thinking either a gray color scheme for the house or brown. And I think because we will have a lot of wood components and timbers for our exterior, we thought we wanted to highlight those and go with a gray house. And we're gonna have a stone basement, so hopefully with rocks from our property. It sounds good in theory. Yeah. Kind of like building a stone foundation from your property sounds really good in theory.
We know somebody. We've heard rumors of somebody who hand dug their foundation and built it with cobble rock. And they've been divorced for a long time.
And how long did it take him? Like 10 years?
Long time.
And was he living in an RV while he was building his house? No.
No. And then he remarried and then hand dug another foundation and built that one with stone, and that one's divorced too. So you put the dots together. Looks to me like it'll keep us dry.
I can't wait to hear metal, or to hear rain on that roof. Yeah. Although Anna made a good point. We shouldn't if our SIPs are doing their job right. I think what we kind of feel this period of time has been for us is we're hoping the breakdown before the breakthrough. I don't think we share or can convey a lot of like what we feel on the inside through our videos, but it's just been a really hard few weeks for us. It's been a really hard month for us. It's been a really hard year for us. Like, we're not thinking of quitting. That's not an option in our head, but it's been such a mental struggle, like every single day. We haven't been putting the roof project off. Like, even though it's a priority, it kind of hasn't been the priority. I mean, our bathroom was a priority like last week, but now it's time. The roof is a priority once again, and when you finally muster up the strength to do it and just face these challenges head on, and you have nothing but problems for 2 days, you're not getting positively reinforced for taking on challenging projects. It's like you stand up, you're already feeling a little weak, and you get like kicked in the face, kicked in the face, kicked in the face. So this is us prevailing, and I feel now we've kind of made a breakthrough. This isn't the breakthrough. I think the breakthrough will be once we're living in our house. Our life will change forever. Yep. And we're very close, but it's gonna take every bit of our energy, plus hopefully we can get a little bit of help. It's gonna take every bit of all that and good planning to be living under this roof by winter, and then that'll be the true breakthrough.
We've said many times though that having the roof on and the windows and doors in is like huge. I mean, that's a massive
Well, it's already
milestone.
changing our life, just having the roof like watertight more or less.
Yep.
But it's gonna feel so good, and you guys are gonna feel so good just to see that roof on.
It's been really hard to find joy. I think if we're honest, it's really hard to get excited, because part of the reason I was apprehensive to even start the roof is I knew there were going to be some massive problems, because I have been thinking about this stuff for 6 months and I have not come up with a solution. I've asked people, no solutions.
A lot of people I know in the comments and on social media have all sorts of suggestions on how to get roofing on, and I think a lot of them are great, just not for this roof. 12-12 pitch. How many feet off the ground?
26 feet. In a hillside.
With
Can't get around
standing
the house.
seam panels that are 16 inches wide with no corrugations in them. So like all those things combined, We're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yep.
It's just like we have not found, like, all these people's recommendations, like, we want them to work, but we feel that we have to build this contraption, so.
We're not gonna get a crane. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're probably not gonna hire anybody to do this roof. we're gonna slog through it just like we've slogged through everything up to this point. And when we get all done, I think we want to say we did that. Even if it's not perfect, we want the pride of this house to feel like we put in the time. It's got some blood in it. It's got a lot of sweat.
Literally.
Yep.
On that note, I think it's time for dinner.
Okay.